All right, welcome to the fourth video, second impressions, final thing to do this day. Um, Up this time is Bubble Chicken Farm. Bubble Chicken Farm offers an immersive game experience where adventure, farm management, and magic merge to create a world full of possibilities. Discover the joy of being a pirate farmer, put a pin on that, and create your own legend in Bubble Chicken Farm. So, yeah, this game is a farming sim. Like, it's one of the various, let's say, popular trends on the indie scene that...
Sailors, today I will tell you a story. A long time ago, we brave pirates lived in harmony and adventurous. We even came to be considered true heroes among the others in the communities. Helping the poor, encouraging children, and taking care of the elderly. This was the dilemma we lived with day after day. But everything changed when an ominous curse came among us. A curse in the form of a cloud. This being indeed managed to remove all the goodness and compassion that indeed existed in the hearts of the pirates, making them live in a truly despicable manner and turning them into true
I don't get it either.
plunderers.
I think pirate farmers are Vikings because they were farmers who then did pirate shit during the parts of the year where you can't fucking grow anything in Scandinavia.
Right, but Vikings are their own distinct top...
I know. I'm joking. Pirates are generally known for not farming much because when they need stuff, they find someone else to take it from.
Right, that's the thing. This is like the epitome of the pirates that don't do anything trope.
But hey, they had tangerine trees on the Going Merry, so what do I know?
Right, but that's not...
Yes, One Piece is also the epitome of pirates who don't do anything.
Especially the Straw Hats. Like, my point is, pirates aren't known for being farmers, even though that's actually a more realistic concept of what a pirate is, especially in the modern day. But, yeah, we're not talking about the Straw Hats here. Like, we're talking about a farmer who happens to dress up as a pirate. Let's be honest here. That's the extent of piracy that we're dealing with. Like, you get the literal aesthetics of, the pop culture character of what a pirate is from, the so-called...
It's farming while wearing a Jolly Roger.
More or less. But not even that, since you don't technically have to put on the pirate clothes, though I'm sure not how that will affect things. But like I said, the whole pirate thing is secondary to the farming thing. That's the principal set of mechanics that are being employed here. Like, at least I assume. Here's the thing. I only played about an hour of this game. Like, the mission I got to was the part where they were actually getting to the farming mechanics. I had to go to the store to buy the seeds in order to plant them in the soil. Typical farming stuff. So let me get my big problems with this game out in the open. Because I'm not like... This is the issue that crops up when dealing with early access stuff. I don't know what is being implemented when. And one of the things that's currently missing is the rebinding of keys.
Yeah.
That's usually. I imagine that would be a thing that would be harder to do later on, and probably easiest to do from the beginning.
Well, and there's also a lot of stuff that has not been translated to English as well, but that's
like the achievements.
Yeah, the achievements are fully in Spanish. The skip cutscene is in not English.
Yeah. Either Spanish or Portuguese.
Yeah, we don't know enough. At least me or Adam don't know enough about the finer points to know which one is which.
Well, I could look into it if I really wanted to. I did not.
Yeah.
The point is, the game itself seems pretty polished for a very early access title, on the surface, but there's clearly stuff missing here. And two among them are the ability of rebinding keys. The only way to move with the keyboard is WASD, and I've talked about this before, but it pertains once again. I'm left-handed, so WASD is not how I play games. It's super uncomfortable at the best of times, downright unplayable at the worst.
Adam, when you right-click anywhere, does it immediately zero your mouse?
No, you have to hold down the mouse, and you have to keep holding in order to fucking move.
But it's still, once you release the right-click, it sends mouse to 0. The middle of the screen.
What are you getting at exactly?
It's wherever my mouse is, whenever I right-click, it goes to the center of the screen.
I don't remember that being an issue for me, but I just remember moving with the mouse was fucking god awful because I had to hold down the mouse the entire time, and it was super unintuitive because you also have to click on things to activate them.
At least this seems to be click, it'll move to where you clicked.
Yeah. So, and also, as far as I could tell, controller support isn't implemented or implemented well. Even by the Steam page's own admission, it's quote unquote partial controller support. So basically, I found movement to be intolerable.
It's currently not recognizing my Xbox One controller at all.
That's what I'm getting at. Maybe it's PlayStation. Give that a try.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh, look, a PS5 controller.
Let's see
Live research on air.
Yep.
Let's see if we need to reopen the game.
Is it working?
It was not, but sometimes it needs to reopen the game to register there as a controller.
Yes, but this is my big problem with the game as is. Control options are very limited. And once again, that's probably a subset of this being very early access. So, according to the Steam notes, this is looking. They expect the game to be in early access for around 6 months, but
it does not like my PlayStation 4 controller either, or my PlayStation 5 controller.
Anyway, so. According to the roadmap here, the final version will have more levels, characters, game modes, graphical and performance improvements. We'll be adding content and features based off of player feedback during early access. So if the devs watch this video, get your controller implementation sorted out. Like, also apparently new languages will be added: Spanish, French, German, Japanese, Chinese, and Russian. I'm like, once again,
They're
like,
adding
there seems
Spanish.
to be,
I guess that means this has Portuguese.
yeah. So this is why we label things as impressions for early access stuff, because what the game looks like at the 1.0 release seems it's going to be markedly different than what's currently on display here. And in terms of content, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot, because just in terms of Chivos, there's only 10 achievements. Now, if I could actually read them, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
I mean, it's not super
right.
important. Theoretically, they would be putting these in English by the time they go 1.0 anyway.
Right. But it's one of those things that really screams, this is an early access title. Like, because, you know, the game itself seems solid, if honestly a bit unremarkable. Like, once you strip away the weird pirate gimmick, like, yeah, this is just coming across as just another farming sim.
Yeah, I made a reference.
Yeah, I'm seeing put on your pirate hat, collect your first wood, build your first axe, build your first pickaxe, get some fish, get some mushrooms, get crabs, get some money, or sell something, get a historical thing, and yes, this is Portuguese. You can tell because it has A's with squigglies over them.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that means this game is either from Portugal or Brazil. Like, my money would be on Brazil.
Well,
I mean, if you throw a dart at the universe of Portuguese-speaking people, you're most likely to hit someone from Brazil. So,
yep.
Like, well, since it is Red Sea Games, it's possible it could be actually Portugal. I have no idea.
Once again, it's possible. We don't exactly know the nationality of the developer.
We have not gotten the devs on the show.
Yeah. I'm like, maybe they'd be up for it. I don't know. The Paramount thing right now is giving impressions on this early access build of their game. And like I said, I wish the impressions could be better, but like I said, you all need to sort out your control situations here before I could give a more honest assessment of the actual, like, content and stuff. So, then Petty, is there anything you want to add to the discussion since you've been playing the game?
Not really. I did make a comment when we were getting ready. This kind of feels like a version of Coral Island, which, yeah, I can definitely see that. Coral Island is, though, a lot more fleshed out.
Well, yeah, you know, once again, that's the curse of early access. You know.
Also, I just randomly have a sword now.
Yeah. Well, the way you are supposed to get items are, like, yeah, you either find them on the beach or you combine a thing and a thing and you will get another thing. Like, it's on the simpler side of crafting, but, you know, crafting nonetheless. Also, like, if you're pissed off that a farming game would have crafting, like, it's a farming game.
Well, welcome to the year 2024. You must be new.
They did used to make farming games that didn't have any crafting in them. They were much less comprehensive.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I'd imagine even, like, Story of Seasons is doing crafting these days. Like, anyway, and it's also got the it's also got it does have the other side of farming implemented. You know, that is, say, animal raising.
Yes, the animal husbandry.
Yeah, that's probably where the bubble chicken thing comes into play. Once again, didn't get far. I couldn't tolerate the WASD enough for me to get to that point. But outside of the adding of materials and the sorting all the early access stuff, the core game here does show promise. It's just I'm wondering if the pirate gimmick is enough to make this stand out in a sea of farm games.
It doesn't sound like it's much of a gimmick, even.
Not right now, no. Like maybe they should look to be leaning into the pirate side of things more. That's what I would. That's another thing I would suggest. Like, actually have your pirate here go on looting expedition.
Yeah, there's a difference between a game where you're a pirate and a game where you wear a pirate hat.
Yeah. It's like, look, if you're not attacking merchant ships with a swashbuckling cutlass and
or
a
at
cannon,
least fighting other pirates, like even in one, or like doing something against the law.
Yeah, even the straw hats have that to their name. Like they're like I said, here you're a weird farmer. I know, like, this is the point we keep coming back to, but it's just how inexplicable it all is. That you're, wearing pirate garb, but, you're tilling the soil, and raising sheep, and that's seemingly all you're doing here.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't really justify itself very well.
Mm-hmm.
No. So maybe work on that as well. During your early access period. Like I said, still, overall impressions are mildly favorable. It's just, there's also, on the other hand, a lot of early access stuff that needs ironing out. So, in terms of pricing, this may be where the sweet spot lies, because it's currently $8.99, $8.99, or actually it's $7.19. It's on sale for another 15 hours. Anyway, $8.99, probably worth it to get on this floor of early access. Because not surprising. This game, the people behind this game are saying, yes, the price will gradually increase as we add more content and features. So this seems like it'll be a pretty solid game once it becomes fully formed. But I can also imagine it being like $20 at its end stage. So, might be best to get in on the ground floor, so to speak. That's the other, that's the other thing that's hard to predict. How the early access thing actually works out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Also worth noting, the online interactivity. This game doesn't have multiplayer mode. It's more how it works in Animal Crossing. Like you can exchange information, trade, that kind of thing.
Older Animal Crossing, because like new Animal Crossing has actual multiplayer now.
Yeah. Online mode. Connect with other players to share tips, trade resources, and collaborate on common projects. Yeah. So that may also be a detriment because, people might be expecting a full-on multiplayer mode in the year of 2024.
Well, it also depends, progression could be stunted by that too.
Yeah. So I would not expect a full-on multiplayer mode to appear because that requires a ton of work on the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is probably not a very large studio that's helming development here. Like, anyway, so yeah, I think that about does it for my assessment of Bubble Chicken Farm. Anything else that you guys want to add?
Not that I can think of offhand.
All right. So yeah, that'll about do it for this game and this review / impression session. There was enough impressions where I had to add that. Anyway, so coming up on the week ahead, fairly breezy week this week on the Fragments of Silicon side of things. We do have a new episode of and all of that. But on Wednesday, July 31st, Fragments of Silicon, we will be reacting to the Computer Chronicles, Hypercard Mania from 1987. We'll be looking into the technology that powered Myst, and probably more notable, the modern internet.
Oh, we're going to be getting into that.
I'm like, because Hypercard
If you
is
want your
derived
multimedia
from,
web pages.
yes, Hypertext Protocol, Transfer Protocol.
Yep.
So look for that on Wednesday. And no Friday show because Friday is my birthday. And I was going to be damned if I was going to be doing one of these on my actual birthday. Like, I have birthday plans. Not extravagant, but, I'm going to be eating, like, at the time maybe not at the time, but, for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Going to a Cuban restaurant. And, the full family is going out with me. So, with that in mind, until Wednesday, I shall wish you good gaming.